Da-da-da-da-da! A Bell production! Hello everybody, I'm Jacqueline Bell, aka Jackie from A Bell Production, here to give you another fanfiction. This time it's a one-shot and we can complete this in hopefully less than 10 minutes. Hence, let's get on to it. This story I decided to talk about is the story of the King of Games. I'm a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, and this Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds is how I actually came across the Yu-Gi-Oh! Fandom itself. Shoot, when you're 9 and you have a babysitter, when you're 9 or 10 years old, have a babysitter, and she wants to keep quiet during her kid's nap time, I'm just throw on the 4Kids Network. What bad could happen? Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! And I came across it in my teen years. Anyway, let's get on to this since I'm wasting time. You'll find this under fanfiction.net by Dark Magician Girl 114. It's a crossover between Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. It's under the friendship genre. It's 1,614 words and it's completed. Let's get on to it. If you want to pause this to read that, be my guest. Disclaimer. All fanfictions need to have at least one disclaimer in one of their chapters at least to emphasize that they're not making money off this. I know, stupid. Story of the King of Games. Carly sat down to write her story. Everybody had always wanted to know the story of the King of Games. He had come out of nowhere in order to win the Duelist Kingdom tournament. Few people had heard of him before the tournament. The few who did knew him because of his defeat of Set of Kaiba. So when her publisher had offered her a chance to write down the story of the original King of Games, Carly had jumped at the chance. So Carly went to speak to all the people involved with the story. Yuki, his wife Taya, Joey, and Mai Wheeler, Tristan Taylor, and all the other people involved in the story. She had expected to find out enough information to write a newspaper article. Instead, she found enough information to write a book. Carly had known almost nothing of the people involved beforehand. She had seen some of Yugi's duels, and she had heard of all the people, but she hadn't known what all the people involved had gone through. She didn't know that Yugi had been bullied most of high school, or that two of his best friends had tormented him for most of high school. She hadn't known that he had worked for 7 years to solve the Millennium Puzzle that his grandfather had given him. She almost certainly hadn't known about the spirit of the puzzle who came to help Yugi after he solved the puzzle. She hadn't known that Trudge was a bully who had attacked the spirit of the puzzle after he had injured Yugi and his friends. She hadn't known about all of the people who had attacked Yugi and his friends, only to be attacked by Yami Yugi, the vengeful spirit of the puzzle. The director, the shop owner, the criminal, the teacher, all people who attacked or tormented Yugi, only to be attacked by his other side. She hadn't known that Yugi had shown his grandfather's Blue Eyes White Dragon, the card that was very special to him, because it was given to him by a dear friend, to Seto Kaiba, only to have Kaiba steal it and swap the card for a fake card. The other Yugi had gone after Kaiba when Yugi figured out the switch. They had dueled. Kaiba lost and was subjected to a penalty game after he cheated in order to bring out the Blue Eyes White Dragon belonging to Yugi's grandfather. After his brother's defeat by Yugi, Mokuba had challenged Yugi in a game of his gaming specialty, Capsule Monsters Chess. Mokuba cheated and gave himself all high-level monsters, while Yugi got only low-level monsters. Despite the disadvantage, Yugi beat Mokuba at his own game and trapped him in a penalty game. Like his older brother, the Kaiba brothers worked on their revenge for a while. Finally, Seto Kaiba invited Yugi and Joey to an opening of his theme park. Mokuba played a game involving food and poison with Yugi and Joey. Yugi won despite Mokuba's cheating. The next day, Yugi went to the opening of Kaiba Land. When he got there, Kaiba dueled Yugi's grandpa and Yugi's grandfather lost the duel. He was attacked by the holograms of monsters, and Kaiba agreed to turn the holograms off if Yugi would participate in his game of Death Tea. Yugi and Tristan set out to conquer Death Tea. If they got to the top, then they would duel Kaiba. The group of teens got through all the tasks, a laser tag battle, a haunted mansion, cube room of death, and another game of capsule monsters chess against Mokuba Kaiba. Finally, they reached the top and Yugi dueled Kaiba with his grandfather's deck. Kaiba was about to defeat Yugi when his 3 blue-eyed white dragons, when Yugi drew the final piece of Exodia, the forbidden one, and defeated Seto Kaiba. After that, Yugi faced his friend Bakura, who was possessed by the spirit of the Millennium Ring, in a game of Monster World. The souls of the game were placed in the figurines they used. In the end, nobody lost their soul, and everybody finally found out the existence of Yami Yugi. Then Yugi got a video from Maximilian Pegasus, the creator of Duel Monsters, in which Pegasus challenged Yugi for the timed game of Duel Monsters. Yugi lost the duel at the last second, and Pegasus revealed that he had been reading Yugi's mind the entire time with his Millennium Eye. Pegasus then took his grandfather's soul and told Yugi that he would have to come to Duel's kingdom and win in order to win back his grandfather's soul. Right after that, Joey got a video from his sister, telling him that she would lose her eyesight soon, without a costly operation. So Yugi gave Joey one of his starships so that Joey could participate in Duelist Kingdom and get the money for his sister, Serenity's operation. They both fought in Great Duelist, Mai, Valentine, Rex, Raptor, Weevil, Underworld, Panic, and others in order to win the 10 starships needed to make it to the finals. In the finals, Yugi and Jody defeated Mai and Bandit Keith, respectively, in order to face each other in the final duel. They both fought hard, but eventually Yugi won the duel, so Yugi faced Pegasus, the man who could read minds, in a duel in order to win back both his grandfather's soul and Kaiba's brother's soul, and the Kaiba brothers' souls. If Yugi loses the duel, then he will lose souls like the other. They face each other in a long duel, which Pegasus takes to the Shadow Realm. Eventually, with the help of his friends, Yugi wins with the duel. He is now the king of games. When he returns to Domino, he is challenged to win game of Dungeon Dice Monsters by Duke Devlin, the creator of the game. Duke believed that Yugi had cheated in order to beat Pegasus. Yugi won despite having no knowledge of the rules before the game. Then Seto Kaiba's battle tournament. He had set up a tournament using his new duel discs. Yugi managed to fight his way to the top despite Merrick Ishtar, an enraged Tombkeeper with a split personality trying to stop him. Merrick had taken control of Joey using his Millennium Rod and challenged Yugi to a duel. Yugi had also learned of his other side's ancient past from Ishizu Ishtar, holder of the Millennium Necklace and Merrick's older sister. He had also gained a valuable new card, an Egyptian god card, Slaver the Sky Dragon. Midway through the tournament, Kaiba's brother Noah had tried to get revenge on Kaiba. They succeeded in defeating Noah, and the tournament went on as planned. Yugi eventually ended up winning the tournament and the rest of the god cards. Then another organization had tried to take over the world. They were capturing souls through duels in order to revive the Great Leviathan. Yugi lost his soul during one of the duels, and the loser of a duel will lose their seal of the Orichalcos, which was played during the duel. Eventually Yugi got his soul back, and they managed to save the world again. After that, Yugi had set out in order to find his other side of the world of his memories. Then Yugi and his friends found a way to enter the world of Yami's memories. They entered the world and searched the Pharaoh's lost name so that he would gain all of his memories. They found his name and told him. Atem. Atem defeated Zork, and they returned to the modern world. Then Yugi faced his hardest duel of all, a duel against Atem. This duel would determine Atem's fate. If Yugi won, then Atem will go on to the afterlife. If Atem won, and he would remain in the world of the living. They dueled in the end. Atem had got a god card in his field, Slaver the Sky Dragon. Yugi found a way to beat the god card and win the duel. Atem walked on the afterlife, leaving some depressed friends that would miss him very much. Yugi had to let go of his brother, his best friend. Carly thought that she would just tell her publisher that she was writing a book instead of a news article. She had the perfect title for the book that she was writing. So Carly sat down to write her book. She typed the title of her book onto the first page. Yu-Gi-Oh! The King of Games. She continued on with the story of a boy who had trouble with bullies that worked hard for years to solve a puzzle, who became known as the King of Games. This is the end of the story. If you want to write down what you thought of the story, if you think you might want to make a review of it, good for you. Ooh, Dark Magician Girl 114 from fanfiction.net. Thank you for writing this. Every piece of work counts under the fandom. Fanfictions show how we care about our fandom. Yes, it does. Hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I have, and hopefully my speech did not annoy you as much as I think it had. So, comment, like, subscribe, and enjoy. And also, if you have not seen the video yet, check out the first chapter of Wide Awake. It's under the Danny Fandom category. If you have suggestions of certain fan fictions and said you think I should read aloud to you, please place them down in the comments below or on the discussion board of my YouTube channel. Enjoy!